Okay, so that thing that we were calling checkout, it's not really a checkout, it's more of a confirmation. So if we look at this thing here, welcome to checkout, your cart contains, we don't want that anymore because this table shows it quite nicely. And we're going to put this all in a form, and the form action will be to post back. So it'll be to post back to the original site. You remember the site where we got the stuff from. So I want to put this XML message together, and that's going to be this is going to be the post parameter with that value, and we're going to send it back to the originator. We're going to send it back to the address that we got in the very first message. And if you remember the very first message that we got, so this one here, the setup. Okay, so no, this is the setup response, the setup request. 5 is that site with, well, I'm looking for the, it's called the browser form post. Here we go, browser form post. So this value here, this is where we should send the data back to. So we should send the data back to that address that we got in the very first message. And what we really need to do is to put together an XML document and send that data on. So I want to put together an XML message that looks like this, that will go to here, and that's a post form. Okay, so this browser form post, that's going to be the action. We're going to do it as a post, and the value that we send is an XML document. Okay, so welcome to checkout. Action equals, so this is that thing there, which is browser post back. Can't see it. Browser post back URL. I've lost it again. It's here somewhere. Okay, browser form post. So that's browser form post. So that's the action. The method is post. So that's the form. This is the human view, which is fine. But the value that I want to send back, input type, is hidden. Okay, the name has got to be something specific and complicated. The name that it's got to be is, maybe it's on the last page, it's something like CXML URL encoded. Here we go, it's got to be exactly this. So that's the name of the value. Okay, and its value will be, let's call it CXML. Okay, so that's the hidden variable. There's the submit, and that's the form. Okay, let's just make it clear. So the value of this equals, what do we want? We want value equals, well, I don't know, confirm purchase. Okay, so I've got to pass in the URL for the postback, and I've got to pass in an assembled XML message, and that XML message should look something like this guy here. Okay, So submit as confirmed purchase. That looks fine. Welcome to checkout. Everything's good. I've got to remember to get together the browser post form and the CXML. Now the browser form post, that could be different for every user. And I should be able to pick that up in the very first message, VI server. Okay, so I don't think I've done anything with browser. Nope, it's not there. So in the first setup route, you remember in the cart, I should also record the browser post back. So it's a bit like user, but it's called browser form post. Okay, and its address is not there, not that one, it's in the first one. Looking at the first message that comes past, this is the Punchout setup. So it's browser form post URL. Okay, so I've got to find browser form post /URL. That's the guy. Browser form post URL. And let's put that in the cart as well. We can just keep adding stuff into this part. I've got buy a cookie. We never really use that. And we've also got browser form post. And the value of that is browser form post. Okay, so that's put that in the cart so it's remembered. And I've got to pass that in to this checkout. Turn templates. So I've got the cart is that. I've got the browser form post. That equals, I think this deserves a new line. Browser form post is, goodness, it is carts, SCID, browser form post. Good, I spelled carts wrong. Okay, there was another parameter I needed as well, and I've forgotten what that was. Oh, that was the XML. So that was the CXML, I think I called it. Let me just check that. Yep, I called it CXML. You can see that there. So that's CXML I've got to put together. Okay, I'm going to cheat because I'm lazy. I'm going to hard code the CXML. So here's the CXML is the CXML. So this is me setting up the values. And I want to put together CXML as well. So CXML equals okay, how can I cheat? I want to pick up some CXML and I don't really care if it's accurate or not, I just want it to go back. So basically I want this guy here. Don't know if I can face typing that in. So I'm going to use a CXML reference guide and I will cheat. I'm looking for the browser purchase requisition. That's too much. Nope. I'm looking for the browser. Well, that's not searching. Find. I want the browser. Oh, I know what. I have something in it. Punch-out request setup. No, we're way past that. We are at the final stage. This one here. And it's got a punch-out order message. It's the punch-out order message I'm looking for. So, punch-out order. No results. That's odd. Maybe it's punch-out with a big O. Punch-out order message. Okay. Let's see if we've got an example of that here. Punch out order message. Come on, there must be an example. No, I think I've probably gone past it. Punch out order message. I'll keep going. Punch out order message. That's not it. Here's the punch out order message. Okay, let's copy that. Copy that. And just hard code that for the moment. Oh, that looks horrible. Can't live with that. Undo that. I'm going to put that in another text editor first. Put it in a local text editor and hope that the formatting gets preserved. So I'm going to use Sublime as an intermediary. Paste that in. What does it look like in Sublime? I'm making it too big. Let's make it smaller. Oh no, it's still horrible. Okay, that won't work. Let's see if we can find someone to format my XML nicely. Okay, so format XML. Free online formatter, that's what I want. Yep, there's my XML document. And I want you to format the XML. Okay, that looks nicer. So copy that. Thank you, free online formatter. Let's try again. Insert. That's better. Okay. So all of these details are wrong. You've got to be careful. You can't have, if you have a blank line there, that causes enormous problems. Okay, so this is a completely unrelated message, but there's a good chance it's in the right format. It's completely unrelated to what we've bought. This is about buying desk chairs and things like that. But that's my CXML message, and it should do the test. So let's write that out. I think there's a chance this could work. Let's reload. Okay, we'll go here. I want one of them, and one of them, and one of them. I submit. Browser from post. Rookie mistake. There's no browser from test. It's browser form. I'm liking this debugging. Let's try again. Will I be able to reload? Maybe. Okay. No, can't reload. Let's go again. So I want one of them, and one of them, and one of them, and I submit, and I confirm my purchase. Method not allowed for the requested URL. Now it should have been a post. And it looks like it's doing a get. Where's it going? Let's come back here and inspect. So that's the form. Action is blank. Can you see there? There's no action. So I must have made a mistake. So why is the action wrong? So browser from post. Made the mistake in two places. Browser form post. Whoops. Let's try again. Reload. Gotta do it again. Back. Okay. Yes. 1 and 1 and 1. Submit. Okay, that's better. Can you see there the form action is going where I want to? It's a method post. So this should go back to the cot site. Oh, yes, don't you love that? Okay, so it came back. Welcome back, Alice. This is your shopping basket. And it's nothing to do with the things that I said because we put together that wrong XML message. Worried that it hasn't got a description. Description short name. Okay. All right, it hasn't picked up the description for some reason. That's probably a mistake in this site here that you can't fix. I'll have a go at that. Okay, so we're all the way back. So we've gone all the way from the setup back to the post back. Admittedly, we completely cheated because this description is nothing like, this XML message doesn't reflect what the user bought. We have to do some XML processing to put together the right kind of message to do that. Might do that in the next video. We'll see. Anyway, I've got stuff working, so I'm going to do a commit. Did I add a file? I think I did. Let's just see. Get status. Do I have anything? Git confirm and check out. Okay, so untracked files. I definitely want to track this one here. So templates is being untracked. Error log, I don't want that to be tracked. So I will do git add templates confirm. Okay, and then git commit -m browser form post working, but with hard-coded data. So it's not doing the right kind of thing. I mean, it's doing it. It's just doing the wrong thing. And then a git push. Okay, good. I think there's not a great deal more I'm going to do. There's lots of things for you to fix, but I hope I've shown you the mechanism. Let's just have a quick recap. Okay, so what happens is I've got my products hard-coded into a list. You should get them from a database. My carts are represented in memory using this structure here, which means every time I restart the server, all the carts are forgotten. That's not a big deal. What are the routes? I think I've got 4 or 5 routes. This first route here, you don't need. All right, there shouldn't be anything. No one should visit this site, so you can't visit this. This perhaps would be the way to your normal shopping cart for people who aren't in the Punchout scheme. All right, so the people who create Punchout sites are big suppliers, and they supply to institutions, and also they supply to individuals. So maybe this would be for normal members of the public, not people using Punchout. Okay, then cat is where the setup happens. So this is where the COT site calls, and it sends you details of the user. And what you have to do is when you get this, you have to come up with a unique ID, an ID of to identify your shopping cart. So this represents your new empty shopping cart. So we create an ID. We get the XML. We pull various details out of the XML using doc.find and these XPath expressions. So these XPath expressions allow us to pick out bits of the XML. So we find the cookie, we didn't use that. We've got the browser form post, which we're not going to use for a while yet. So we use that at the last stage. We do need the user details, first name. You can also get the last name and email address and things like that. We also add something to our list of carts, not a list of carts, there's a dictionary of carts. So using that cart ID, that unique ID we came up with, we create a new item here. So this new item It's got the raw XML in it. We don't need that anymore. I should take that out because there's no need to keep the raw XML. But now I've changed, I'm going to have to commit again. We've got details about the user. We've got an empty product list. So this is like the contents of the shopping cart, and that's got nothing in it. We've got the buyer cookie that we didn't use. We've got the first name, and importantly, we've got the browser form post, which we need later. We return, the result of that is to return an XML message. The important point of this XML message is the start page. So this start page here is where the user does their shopping, and it will include this cart ID as part of the URL. So every user, every cart will be a brand new URL, and there's no chance of anyone guessing what from that huge, great UUID. Okay, so we send back the URL, and the user will get directed to this eventually. Okay, so that's this one here. Where is it? Oh, so this is shop. Okay, so we pick up that shop route with the UUID, the shopping cart ID, passed in as a parameter, and we render our shopping cart. This is the empty cart. That's my product list, and this is the cart ID that gets passed into that template. When the user has selected their products, they will eventually be taken to the confirmation page. Here's the confirmation page that I call checkout. And so what checkout has to do, it has to put together a form that does a post to the right place. So this is me pulling out the different parts, the different, so request, these were the CGI parameters, including the products and the quantities that the user selected. So I run over that list and I put together supplier part and quantity, and I add that thing to the shopping cart. Yep, so this cart here, so the cart prod list, I'm appending onto that a new item for every item and quantity that the user selected. I also have totally cheated here by hard coding in a CXML message. This of course should have all different details in. It should have details about yourself in there, and in particular the items. These items here, there should be there should be the right number of them, and you shouldn't just have like this one hard-coded item. So I pass into my checkout template the cart so that we can show a summary, the XML message that I just put together, and importantly the browser form post. That's the location that that's got to go to. So the checkout form is going to do a post request. When the user clicks on post, the user clicks on submit, it will be posted to this address that we're remembering from that very first message. Good. That about wraps it up.